stadium where they've got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off of bye week, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Aggies offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
Looking for space. It's Owens. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking down the middle. Tip ball put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows they gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
The give to the left. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
He'll try the left side. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Makes the catch. It's Campbell. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's Reed. Makes his connection. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Catch in the middle, it's Allen. What a throw! Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Got his man downfield. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. Man, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them, and they make big plays for them.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Bulldogs offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys who are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Mississippi State going up tempo. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. Takes the handoff. It's Booth. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, my. Circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Got a man in the middle. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Bust through behind his pad. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He caught him. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy touchdown.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Reed. Makes the grab over the middle. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there? They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Got it in the middle. It's Campbell. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every...
Fires and picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to come away with the pick.
Using the quick game. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Encroachment defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O's. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Booth. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Mississippi State right back to the line. Looking to pass on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Hudson. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
To throw, it's Chapin. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Line gets set, 1st down. He's going to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got his man! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job.
Hit the gas, kid! Wide open ahead. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions with the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, looking to pass. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Quick strike complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Makes the grab. It's Coleman. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
2nd and 1, and they're going to make them line up to defend the just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
To the air. It's Chapin. The freshman able to get home with the sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he wants it all. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look his way to force an incompletion.
That's caught. It's Green. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got a man. It's Green. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Starkville.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the 3rd quarter started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots and try to make some plays and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit.
Move the chains here. Maybe they can get this drive started. They're trying to get to it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll run this play from the pistol. The give to the lone running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
On the move, it's Owens. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Quarterback checking off. Trying to turn the corner on the right. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Toss sweep to the right. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
When you're running up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking for a man, it's Reed. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down, you can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
This crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. On target over the middle. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move this.
Touchdown, Aggie. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Wide out in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Nice move to keep moving. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Mississippi State going up tempo. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Try to get it to the edge. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to this guy out of the slot. He's done a nice job working the middle of the field, winning his one-on-one matchups, and this quarterback really feels a good rhythm when he's looking his way.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Aggies look to keep this drive humming. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw it again. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Mississippi State right back to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll have to punt for the 4th time today. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
2nd down coming up. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. On the ground. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Looking to throw, it's Reed. And he makes the grab along the sidelines, but a little too close to the sidelines. He's out of bounds. It's incomplete, and it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man. It's Campbell. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. This dude is dealing at receiver right down. He's going to have them yelling well past midnight.
And these receivers are the ones that scare the mess out of you. The Mike Evans that...
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back to this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Trying the left side. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
Powers through the defender. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air, it's Reed. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting a pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted to 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
They'll throw it on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Campbell. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. Off play action. Quickly complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. They want to just keep throwing it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass. It's Chapin. The throw to the outside is complete. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Bulldogs will hustle for the line.
First down, Bulldogs.
Going up top on 1st down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
First and goal, Bulldogs.
He's looking to throw. Got it! And he's wrestled to the ground. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. He's got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. You still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He caught it. Touchdown, Aggies. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Mississippi State, 21.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up here.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
Trying to find his man on first down. He's got an open man. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
First down, Bulldogs.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Texas A&M.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Shapen. Trying to get to it. Caught. Open space at the 25. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress.
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Finds the tight end.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
The completion well past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Looking to go up top on first down. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Dropping back, it's Reed. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Texas A&M going quickly. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lets it fly on the move. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positives today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with the W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's dropped, and that's how we'll wrap up this one as the game is over. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.